So it's finally happened. Conor Benn fought Chris Van Heerden and knocked him out in the second round. It was an impressive performance by Conor Benn. I feel like he really showed his mettle in there in terms of his ability to stop an opponent. He managed to set that punch up beautifully with a combination. The first round was a bit of a feel-out round where they were just looking at what each other was doing, and I don't think Conor Benn wanted to fully commit because he was in there against the veteran. This is a guy that's been in there against the likes of obviously Errol Spence. He's been in there with Jerome Ennis, so he's a good fighter in his own right. But I'll be honest with you, I think Conor Benn's performance against him was one of the best performances. I mean, if you compare him to Errol Spence took 7 rounds to stop the guy, while Conor Benn took 2 rounds and he stopped him immediately. And you could say, Chris Van Heerden was out for 2 years, and on top of that, like he was closer to his prime when he fought Errol Spence. But regardless of that, it's still a very good performance, and the way Conor Benn's looking at the moment, he is looking quite impressive. Now, we all know he's got a WBA international regular belt, and we all know that Stanios actually fought last night and managed to, I think he's in some type of position to win a WBA regular belt. Now, if they both were to fight each other, that'll be a very good fight, and I think I'm going to make a video talking about Conor Benn's chance of winning that fight, because Stanios is another prospect that's coming up who's quite impressive, who beat he didn't beat Luis Collazo, but the fight ended in like some type of controversial decision or something. So yeah, from my perspective, I think it's a very impressive showing by Conor Benn, and he managed to get his man out of there and he stopped him. And obviously after the fight, Amir Khan came into the ring, and they were talking about what would happen if they were to fight or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, like I feel like Conor Benn, he needs a step up in terms of a fighter that's like, he's not too old, but could give him some work. And I think a good fight for him is a fight against Avanesian. And a fight with Avanesian would be interesting. Obviously, I don't think it's likely that a fight with Conor Benn versus Josh Kelly is going to happen anytime soon, because Josh Kelly's in a position where he's trying to rebuild his career now. Obviously, he lost to David Avanassian. So, like, I don't think, obviously, he's part of Matchroom, and they're not going to put 2 of their star prospects in against each other, because it's going to destroy one of their star power. So, I don't think that fight's going to happen. Even though I want to see it, I don't think that fight's going to happen. So, I think a Conor Benn versus David Avanassian fight, it makes a lot of sense, and I think it's a fight that should happen. If he could get past Avanassian, that would be quite impressive. But like I said, obviously Errol Spence fought last night, and the golfing class between them two, the likes of the Errol Spences, Ugases of the world, and obviously Conor Benn and stuff, you can just see like how dramatically different the star power and the potential and the capabilities of both fighters are. And I just don't think Conor Benn's on that level yet. I don't think he's on the Jerome Ennis's level yet, or the Virgil Ortiz's. I think he's like a couple of levels below that. He's still a good fighter, he's still got a lot of talent, but he's still a very good star prospect. But I think he needs to fight the David Avanassians of the world and slowly step up, because he's a very good fighter, but he's also very vulnerable as well. So he's got both there. He's got the vulnerability, but he's also got the talent. But I think he's very exciting. Like, every time you see a Conor Benn fight, there's always a knockout, or someone gets knocked down, or something of the sort. And he's a fighter that likes to get his man out of there. He doesn't like to play around. So yeah, from my perspective, it was an impressive performance, but he's still going in there against the guy that's had a 2-year layoff, who was an IBO champion, who never accomplished anything that substantial. He's been in there with good fights like Jerome Ennis and Errol Spence, and he's give game efforts against both of them, but he's never won a world title or done anything like that. So I think a fight with David Avanassian makes the most sense. The Stanios fight might be a bit risky, but the David Avanassian fight makes the most sense. I think he should take that fight. So yeah, that's just my opinion on his performance. What do you think about it? Tell me what you think about it, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.